The solution is right in front of our eyes. Get up, do something. MHC on the rise. Think positive. Oh, we gotta stay positive. Yeah. We can learn to love each other. Like my sister and my brother. Mhc on the rise.
Good evening, Martinsville and Henry County. Welcome to MHC on the Rise, where it's our goal to create positive conversation and find solutions to the issues that impact Martinsville and Henry County. And I have two young ladies here tonight who are working with an organization that really works to find solutions that will impact Martinsville and Henry County. And I'll let you all introduce yourself, and then we'll just jump right into our conversation, and we'll start here.
I'm Pam Foley, and I'm with Martin Travel, and I'm on the board of directors at the United Way.
I'm Monica Hatchett. I'm with Henry County Public Schools, and this year I'm the campaign chairperson for the United Way.
Awesome. So you will be out there you've already been hitting the roads and, trying to get the donations and reach a goal for this year. And I guess, first of all, before we even get into the goals and stuff, let's talk about United Way. I know people have heard United Way, but give a little bit of description of United Way and, what is it that United Way does?
Well, the model of United Way in our community is 100% community impact, giving back to our community in some way or another. Typically, that's through healthy living education, through educational support for our students in our area by early reading literacy with students, and also on the other side of that, having excellent graduation rates and supporting that, but then also helping families with their financial literacy. So that starts when they're students, but continues into adulthood as well.
Awesome. I know you guys do some really, great programs, and you have some great, organizations under your umbrella. Who are some of those organizations that fall under your umbrella?
Got like Smart Beginnings, the Coalition. We've got VITA, which is the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, the Hay Collaborative. I'm trying to think others.
And then a lot of the organizations in our community that people consider community organizations are also part of United Way's umbrella because they received grant funding from United Way. So things like CASA for Youth, our local YMCAs, there are lots of organizations in our area that receive funding from the United Way. So they're part of us as well. And
so donating to the United Way is not just the United Way, but it's actually coming directly back into our community.
Right. Absolutely. Actually, 99 cents on every dollar that's donated goes back into Martinsville and Henry County. There's very low overhead in the United Way in our area and in United Way in general. And so that money does stay here. And when someone donates, they can even designate their dollars. So you can designate every bit of your United Way donation to go directly to the organization of your choice.
Okay, awesome. And let's, what is your goal for the drive this year?
This year's goal is $700,000,
okay.
Which feels like a really lofty goal. We did meet that goal last year, so it was very exciting. We did receive a grant that fed into that funding last year to help us reach that goal. So we're hoping that the community can come together and help us to meet that again because we know that it's making a difference in Martinsville and Henry County.
Okay, and then what are some of the various ways that people can actually help the United Way reach these goals?
Well, through their donations, they can specify that they want it to go directly to the Boy Scouts or a certain organization, or it can be let our community group that knows, I can't think of the name of the term.
We have a grants organization.
There you go. Awesome. And they will decide what goes where to the different organizations. So it can be spread out. So what you give can go a whole lot further than just one organization.
Okay, and I know that, working for Henry County Public Schools, we get the forms and we can complete them and we can have it, come out of a check or however, but other than that, how can people donate? Let's say you don't work for an organization who, I guess, is partnered with United Way. How else can you donate?
You can certainly write a check, and through the United Way, through our office uptown, you can certainly write a check and bring it by, or cash or whatever. But yeah, we can do that.
There's also online donation that can be done through our website.
Right.
And a lot of people in the community have received direct mailing from United Way in the last several weeks. So you may actually have a form in your mailbox.
Okay, awesome. And then, you said you can go onto the website and actually, donate there. Let's say that, you donate, but you want to assist the United Way in other ways, what else can you do besides donate to assist the United Way?
Well, one of our models is not just to take in money and disperse that money, but to also participate in the activities that happen in the community.
Okay.
So in addition to the giving of the funds, United Way focuses heavily on volunteer service. The campaign begins each year, and as it did this year, with a day of action.
Okay.
Over 300 volunteers came together, went out into the community and did things to benefit our area. They helped landscape at different places, painted. Our schools benefited in some ways from that, and other organizations in the community did as well. So volunteers from different companies or individual volunteers participated in that. Also in the spring, we have a day of reading where United Way volunteers can go into daycare and childcare facilities, as well as schools that are having summer programs, and read with students. So those are just a couple of the ways that you can volunteer, and that costs no dollars.
Okay. And if somebody wanted to do that, I mean, what's the route to become a volunteer for some of these programs?
You can contact the United Way uptown at our office or give them a call, and there's always all sorts of volunteer opportunities, because with our day of action we had 500 volunteer hours in one day. So we had 31 community projects, so that was a lot to get done. And then we have like dollars and cents fair for the seniors in high school and things like that, which is a lot of fun, and we have a lot of volunteers in the community do that.
And what's the criteria to be a volunteer?
You have to be willing to volunteer.
Just willing
to volunteer. That's
There's
what we
not
like.
there's not an extensive background process, or
Okay.
it's just giving back to the community. You need to be interested in doing that.
Awesome, awesome. And you mentioned some of the different programs. Let's focus on some of the successes, because I know people like to hear the successes, because we're going to give you money, your time. You want to know, what is it that you've done, for the community. You mentioned a few, but what are some of the other successes or accomplishments of the United Way over the past couple of years?
Well, I think one of the things that I'm passionate about is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. They give there's 350 children in our community that will get a book every month from the first year up until age 5. And it's mailed to their home, and they get to read it and get to enjoy reading. So I think that's a huge thing there that we do for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. I love that.
And do people donate the money? Do they donate the books, or what is
It comes
it?
through Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
Okay.
The books are donated from the library
Right, okay.
itself,
From them,
and then
right.
as a donor in the community, you can give $27, and that's all it takes for a whole year to pay the postage for the books for
wow.
those children.
Awesome.
So for $27, you can make sure that a child in Henry County or Martinsville receives a very high quality book and gets one every month.
Okay. Before we get other successes, because there's the getting the books, but how do you sign up as a parent for your child to receive those books?
You can do that on the United Way website, or again by calling the office in Uptown. But they're also present at a lot of local events. Last year we were at the Martinsville Mustangs game, for example, and several families signed their children up there to get a book. You can sign up in the pediatrician's office or at the hospital when a baby's born even.
Is there any type of socioeconomic status, or is this just for any kid?
For any
Any
child.
child.
Okay. A certain age limit or age?
It does stop once they enter kindergarten.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. What are some of the other successes that you all would like to share with our audience tonight?
Well, I think one of the biggest things for United Way is making sure that our families have what they need. And that can be a lot of different things in our community, but I think our financial impact programs, especially our volunteer tax assistance programs, have helped families to realize dollars that they didn't realize they could have been getting back all along. So they have helped them to recover those funds. It is free tax preparation through trained volunteers, and you can even volunteer with that program if you're interested in helping in that way. But we have seen a lot of families impacted individually that way, so that they can get back money that they didn't know they had.
Awesome. And your dollars and cents program, I actually had a chance to take part in. It's actually really neat, and I think it would be great if all kids had a chance to go through that. But talk a little bit about that program, because you're trying to educate youth before they actually get into the world and make some of the financial mistakes that if my wife's watching it, I've made.
Right. And it's fun. They come in and they pick the career that they're going to, they want to do, and it says your salary is going to be this. And then you have to go to each of the individual booths, whether it be banking or housing or electricity or whatever it is, that how much money it's going to cost. And then that's coming out of your check. And one of the booths that I've always run, of course, is travel, for the travel. So, I'm the temptation. I'm coming around, you're going, yeah, you want to go on vacation, you need to have some money saved up. And then they've learned to save, and they learn how much money, they think they're making a lot of money, but when you go all the way around and through all the different booths, it doesn't go quite as far as you think it is. And it's a good program.
Yeah, because, it's a 17, 18-year-old, you hear that you're going to make $1,000 a month, and you're just like, wow.
That's a lot.
But then once you start looking at, insurance and electricity, and, they want to get these fancy cars, and think about the gas mileage and repairs, and it's a really, really good program. Now, you all do that for every high school?
Every high school senior
Every high
participates
school
in that
senior.
program. So
Okay.
once in the fall and once in the spring, because of the way our schools run their government and English classes.
Okay.
It's a very nice end cap to the economics and personal finance courses that students are now required to take in high school.
Okay.
It's almost like a real life game of life.
Right.
So you see exactly what would happen to you as you go along
Yeah.
that progression. It's interesting to see how many students end up in the credit counseling
Oh, yeah.
area of Dollars and Cents Reality Fair.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also interesting to listen to them have conversations about, well, you could just get a part-time job, or how are you actually going to have time to get that
Yeah.
part-time job when you've really got all of this going on? Is that really practical for you? Maybe you should look at not having cable TV, or maybe you should look at renting an apartment. So it's interesting to hear their dialogue with one another, and really to help each other make some of those important decisions.
And it's always funny to see the kid who's dead set on getting that Mustang.
Right.
So they're not going to have cable, they're not going to have lights, they're going to stay at home with mom and dad.
That's bad. They stay home with mom and dad a lot.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break, Martinsville and Henry County, and we're going to come back and talk more about the United Way.
The solution is right in front of our eyes. Get up, do something. MHC on the rise. Think positive. Oh, we gotta stay positive. Yeah, yeah. We can learn to love each other. Like my sister and my brother. MHC on the rise.
At Blue Ridge, we're overstocked, so we're giving you more money in Movember. Has that old car been shaving your wallet for too long? Get $6,215 off on a new, more reliable car. Feeling tangled about past credit mistakes? Our guaranteed credit approval is a good idea right under your nose. Stash some savings in the bank. Get $6,215 off, but hurry, this deal ends when 63 people let it grow. Blue Ridge Nissan Martinsville, home of the warranty forever, across from the Speedway on Greensboro Road, or visit theblueridgeway.com.
Hey guys, it's Ashley and Travis here again at Everything Outdoors to remind you that fall is right around the corner. Now is the time to schedule your appointment for lawn seeding and aerating. Fall is also prime time to plant your trees and shrubs. Less time watering means more time out there enjoying those cooler days. Does your lawn need a little makeover but you're not sure where to start? Take some photos and bring them down. Let us help you design the landscape that not only looks beautiful but will work well with your space. Here at the nursery, Mom's pansies and fall vegetables are growing and will be ready just in time as the summer winds down. Call or stop by and see us at Everything Outdoors.
Auto Rehab in Stanleytown. Dependable and trustworthy. Auto Rehab, your area's certified auto repair shop. Using state-of-the-art equipment for all your transmission and engine needs. From the simple oil change, tune-ups, to diesel repair for all makes and models. Auto Rehab is your local, dependable repair shop. Located behind Stanleytown Elementary School. Just follow the signs to Auto Rehab. Elite Bookkeeping and Tax Services, locally owned and operated. Stop paying high franchise fees and CPA fees. Elite Bookkeeping is open year-round and, most of all, affordable. Elite can handle personal tax returns, self-employment, corporate, and more. Call today to meet a caring professional at 647-7100, located across from the Collinsville Post Office. Elite Bookkeeping and Tax Service, 647-7100. All American Auto Spa on Virginia Avenue in Collinsville. And don't forget, the Pet Wash is open 24/7.
The solution is right in front of our eyes. Get up, do something. MHC on the rise. Think positive. Oh, we gotta stay positive. Yeah. We can learn to love each other. Like my sister and my brother. MHC on the rise.
Welcome back, Martinsville and Henry County. I'm here with Miss Pam Foley, Miss Monica Hatchett, and we're talking United Way, but we're going to take a praise break. There's an event coming up at the Galilean House of Worship, and here's a little commercial video just to let you know about the event, and hopefully we can get out and support that.
And the Galilean House of Worship invites you to join us for our Thanksgiving Gospel Concert on Monday, November the 21st at 7 p.m., where our special guest will be the Galilean House of Worship Male Chorus, and we will also have the Joy Boys from Martinsville, Virginia. We will also have very special guest group Psalms 108 from Martinsville, Virginia. Also joining us from Roxborough, North Carolina, the Loving Sisters. We will also be giving away 15 Thanksgiving turkeys on that night, so make plans to join us on Monday, November the 21st. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and the concert starts at 7 p.m. So come and see what God is doing at the Galilean House of Worship, located at 5078 A.L. Philpott Highway, Martinsville, Virginia. We hope to see you there.
That's going to be an awesome event, and you oftentimes hear people say there's nothing to do in Martinsville and Henry County, but in listening to you all and events like this, there's just a lot that's going on. We just have to get out and support, and I also encourage people as they support events like this, definitely keep the United Way in mind, and because you guys' campaign is going to be coming to an end pretty soon. What is that actual end date?
It'll be through the end of the year.
Okay.
Of course, we can take donations at all times, but through the end of the year. We encourage people to go on and donate at this time.
Okay, and how close are you to reaching that goal?
Well, we're at about 40% right now,
Okay.
and that is on track with what we've done in the past. Obviously, we'd love to see that jump higher.
Okay.
The important thing to remember is that every dollar counts. Some people think, well, I only have $5, that's really not going to do much, or I'm only giving $20, that's probably not going to make a big difference. But the great thing is, every single dollar really does make a big difference in our community. And you can even go onto the United Way website and use the impact calculator there to see how those dollars will impact our community.
And that website is unitedwayofhcm.org. And Doug, we want to pull that up and show this impact calculator. And as we're looking, I'll just let you ladies kind of tell us how this works.
Okay. Well, first of all, when you go to the website, you see how many people are impacted each day, each week, each month through dollars from the United Way. But if you scroll to the bottom of the website, you see the impact calculator. For example, if I think, well, I only have $20 to give, that's probably not going to go very far. If I put $20 into that impact calculator, then it will let me know exactly what that $20 can be used for in our community.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And so if you scroll down, you can see all of the possibilities for that.
And that's unitedwayofhcm.org. And just encourage people to go onto the website and just scroll around and see all the wonderful things that United Way is doing, the partner organizations, and how our citizens can get involved and help support. One thing I've noticed is like a lot of times people try to do their own thing, but it's like you all are pulling everybody together, and that works best. Versus one group over here doing something, one group over here. You have an impact, but you impact small groups. but when you put it all into one pot, you can really make a big difference. Is that what you all see, or is that kind of part of the mission of the United Way?
We believe that the United Way has done that in great ways over the last several years in our community. One of the things that they do on a regular basis is to convene groups called the Nonprofit Leaders Network, and they talk about how they can work together, how they can benefit one another, so that they're not duplicating their efforts. We also have a charity tracker that different groups in our community use, so that Grace Network knows exactly how Salvation Army is benefiting other patrons in the area, and how they could also feed into those same patrons and support them without duplicating the services that Salvation Army is already giving them, for example.
Okay. And do you have any upcoming events that you'd like to share with our audience?
We've got the chili cook-off that's with the area banks competing in a chili cook-off, but we know that's going to be in December, but I don't think the date's been decided quite yet.
Okay. And so just go there and
you can go and taste chili and make a donation and vote for the favorite one.
Can you still enter into that, or is it just between the banks, or is that?
I think it's the banks, but
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. Not that I can fix chili, but
you might.
Yeah. Miss Foley, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds
Okay.
to convince everybody in Martinsville and Henry County that they should support the United Way, and why they should support the United Way.
Well, the way I think about it is, would you donate to all these individual organizations yourself? Probably not. And it's like with our day of action. When all this community comes together, your money is empowered, your donation's empowered. And same way, if you're donating through the United Way, it's empowering your money to help our community. And I think that's the easiest way to make everything happen for the community. You can volunteer, you can donate, and let everything go through the United Way, and it goes a whole lot further and empowers your money.
Absolutely, and of course it's in good hands because we have a board. We have some really good, individuals who are working for the United Way, and as you said, 99 cents on every dollar is, going to stay local, and you can actually see what's happening with your money. Is there anything you'd like to add to that to sell to our citizens why they should vote? I mean, not vote. This election thing has got all of us.
That's right.
Why they should donate to the United Way.
Well, again, we feel that we're benefiting the community as a whole group rather than small individual pieces. But one of the things that we're very proud of is also, not to keep directing you to a website, but on the United Way website, there are all of the financial reports where every piece of that dollar that you give goes and how it's used to benefit our community. The accountability that United Way gives to the community as far as how those dollars are spent, how they're donated and dedicated within our community is probably competitive with any other organization, and I would say you'll see more financial transparency from United Way than you may see from other larger organizations, nationwide organizations. So for me, it's important to know that my dollars are going to my community. Not that those other organizations aren't important and nationwide or across the world, that they're not as important, but I like knowing that my dollars are going to help my neighbors. And to me, that makes United Way a big deal in our community.
Absolutely, because that's sometimes people's reason for not donating is because you don't really know where your money's going, and you hear about these different, scams or scandals or whatever. But here you say you can definitely see where your money's going, and that's very important. So let's kind of recap, from the beginning, to when your campaign's going to end, and where you are right now. Just kind of recap that.
Campaign begins in September every year, and we have events throughout the course of the fall. Sometimes they're community-wide. A lot of businesses have events that they invite the community to. A lot of those are beginning to wind down now. So now that the campaign is starting to wind down, we're looking to our businesses to turn in all of the donations they've been collecting. So if you're still holding on to your form, it's important to go ahead and get that in to your boss or the person collecting those for your business. If you've received one in the mail, it's important to return that as well. Again, $1, $5, any dollar amount really does make a difference for our community. We're looking for $700,000 because that's what we know is helping to support child care in our community. It's helping to support great things like Mark Workshop. It's helping organizations within our community that support your friends and neighbors, and we think that's important.
Awesome, awesome. And what are some of the other final thoughts you'd like to share about the United Way that maybe we didn't mention or discuss tonight? Because I know you guys have some really wonderful things going on.
Well, I think, just get out and volunteer. Once you get out and volunteer and see what these organizations need and see what they're doing in our community, then you want to volunteer, and then you want to do more, and that will really help you get involved and see what is needed in our community if you're out there helping.
Absolutely. And I look at Martinsville, Henry County, it's just like I always think of the potential is so great. We haven't necessarily always reached that potential, but it's there. And if we all just come together, work together, we can overcome some of the issues that have set us back. And I guess that is where an organization like the United Way comes into place, is that it offers a central location for people to come together, pool their resources, and say, hey, let's turn this place around.
One of the things that our executive director, Kim Adkins, has pushed this campaign is to imagine the possibilities. Imagine the possibilities of what your dollars and your time can do. And we know that United Way can help those dollars and your volunteer hours and your motivation to help our community do great things. We just have to imagine what those possibilities are and work together to reach them.
Absolutely, because it's just so much potential. And you're in the school system, and you work with youth, around youth, so you know that our kids have so much potential. But oftentimes there are issues that they have, not issues, but there are things that, circumstances around them that they have to overcome. But organizations such as United Way and partner organizations can help those youth to overcome those obstacles. But it takes your money, your time, your energy, your effort in supporting the United Way in order for them to be able to do the things that they do. And I want to thank both of you all for coming on tonight. And anybody you want to mention, any particular individuals who work in the United Way that you want to mention before we go off air?
Our United Way staff is comparable to none other. They are fantastic, and they work round the clock for our community. Many members of our community know and love them dearly. We'd also like to thank our fellow board members because they are working hard in their businesses and in their neighborhoods to make sure that our community is getting what they need.
Is Joni Davis still with United?
She is.
Awesome.
Joni is.
Yeah,
All the
Joni's
time.
awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. So, but Martinsville, Henry County, let's get out. Let's support the United Way. And as these two young ladies said, every dime, every dollar, $5, $10, any amount that you donate will definitely be appreciated. Go to the website, unitedwayofhcm.org, and you can navigate your way through. If you have questions, you can call either of these young ladies or somebody with the United Way. And let's get out and support, and let's have a great week.
The solution is right in front of our eyes. Get up, do something. MHC on the rise. Think positive. Oh, we gotta stay positive. Yeah. We can learn to love each other. Like my sister and my brother. MHC on the rise.
Bassett Physical Therapy specializes in sports medicine, physical, occupational, pediatric, and aquatic therapies. Our professional staff is ready to help you today.
Does that feel okay? Bassett PT has changed my life, and they can change yours too.
Bassett Physical Therapy is located in the heart of Stanleytown within minutes of Bassett, Collinsville, Fieldale, and Martinsville. It's worth the drive for quality care. Bassett Physical Therapy, changing lives one person at a time.
You're watching BTW 21, your neighborhood network, the pride of Martinsville.
Hello, I'm Tammy Bowles with the Heritage Conference and Events Center. The Heritage offers a variety of settings for your specific needs, whether it is a corporate luncheon, a business seminar, or an elaborate party. The Bassett Ballroom provides beautiful natural sunlight for up to 250 guests, with beautiful views from the terrace. The Stanley Sunroom seats 24 for a more intimate business meeting or presentation, while the Stone Dining Room provides a more dramatic backdrop for a private dinner affair or a corporate luncheon seating 50 guests. The Heritage Conference and Events Center. Your special event deserves a setting, not just a space.